Hello, buddy. Okay. Yeah, good thing I decided to check my phone. Been talking for 11 minutes with no one there. Okay, but yeah. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, let's go. All right. So, we've got all right. Yeah, I started the stream and decided to look up and on my phone to see, and apparently I wasn't streaming. Oh man, how embarrassing. But yeah, okay. All right, everybody. I'm the Redstone Wizard. I'm here working on a project of the Mega Crafter. Now, for those that don't know, I'm calling it the Mega Crafter, but what it is actually a Java to Bedrock conversion of Cubic Meters Universal Crafter. It's designed to be really fast for massive bulk items and a lot of things that it's going to be a little bit harder to craft. Things that come to my mind are things like, dispensers. No one likes to craft up dispensers because of all. If you want a box of dispensers, it's going to take you a bit. This will do the same thing, and yes, it will take you a bit, but it is still worth it. So we're working on some of the issues I came across. One of the issues was with the launching of the minecarts. So I'm just going to set this down. And set one minecart in. There. Ah. Yes. A live showing so that I could try to get some brilliant people to help me out, figure out some of these issues. That's how we're looking at it. So, and welcome to the chat teach. Okay, so the way I've got a fair amount of this actually already figured out. It's just I got to figure out the timings on this so that we can create the proper setup. So dispenser goes right here, which will give us our craft. Oh, which will give us our box. I thought this was a video. Oh no! This is a live stream, man. I'd rather just sometimes I just need assistance and someone else might be able to see something. And honestly, anybody who is not willing to any content creator who is not willing to at least look at it in that way is going to cause more, well, issues for themselves. It's like science. Science, it's not just one person doing everything. Most scientists actually use so much different things that they do it. Science isn't made by one person, it's built by a group. We stand and favorite saying, we stand on the backs of giants. Okay, so we're gonna be let's try to make some buttons. Yeah, the community needs to and that's why I try to assist other people's communities too, and some of them are like, I'd rather not because of not personal reasons, but professional, for lack of a better term. They're far more toxic than they need to be. I try to at least promote a community of, yeah, that does it work? Yeah, good. Use it. Okay, so now we need. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to take that torch out. And I'm just going to burn all of these because right now, I'm just worried about getting this timing down. And yeah, I'm probably going to need someone to remind me that that's there. Okay, so now place you here. Actually, no, I need you there. All right, and let's create a simple hopper clock because I had this in my wheelhouse for a while, but I always seem to forget about it. This hopper clock is actually very useful when you are trying to do counting. So we've got our, first off, our basic Etho hopper clock. Then we take it and we just throw some blocks around. Well, in very specific spots. Where's my dust? Okay, because right now we are worried about trying to get this to power, because everything over on this side so far works perfectly the way it needs to work. And I love it. I absolutely love how that is. Okay, so now all I need is a dropper and a hopper. Okay. So let's grab us some. It needs to run 27 times, so that's 3 sets. And then, because the first one doesn't count, so it's 28, and I want a little extra delay, 29, 30. So, I've been using about 14 items in there for that to work. Okay, so now, first thing is we need to make sure that this will pick up the items. Pick up a full stack of items. And that's before I do anything else. So we've got a minecart coming in. Boom. It needs to pick up a full... Nope. Okay. So that means I have to increase the delay. Yep. Okay, so that means I have to add more to this. So 10's not enough. So let's add 3 more. And yes, I know I could probably do a lot more accurate. But this is how I work. It needs to pull up exactly a stack right there. Okay, so now it's pulling up a stack. So now we need to reset this. That's going to pull up there. You can go away. Alright, now let's throw in another one. Now this one is going to pull a stack out. And we're going to see if we get a empty one at the very end. Because if we get an empty one at the very end, we got to scrap this and start over. And we'll probably go with idea number 2. Because I'd rather do it this way than my other idea. Let me clear this, because I don't like having anything, especially when I'm doing a lot of work. Okay. So. As soon as we get this done. Okay, so as you can see, it fills up and boom, launches. Next one comes in. Because I needed it to have enough delay that the one that's way over here, which does affect that one, so that it can clear. So we do one at a time, and one thing we're definitely going to have in here is a system that when, oh yeah, it's, yeah, because you have the items over here, these need to get filled up with loose filler items, which is the problem. Okay, as soon as it gets here, open it up. All right, let's just assist this a little bit. The command blocks added the block items needed to. Oh, the structure block, yeah. The structure block is actually copying the minecart specifically. And I had, so it sets it up where it will not run. It processes first, and then afterwards, it's okay. Almost done. Almost done. Oh, what's this for? Oh, this is let me. Okay, so first off, hold up. No. That's the problem right there. Oh, no, I forgot. This was my mistake. I forgot to throw something down. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is a universal crafter. The universal crafter is strictly designed to be able to craft everything other than items that stack up to 16 because of we're using minecarts. And I can't help that. But, all right, so we'll do it again, and this, oh, I screwed that up. Okay, let's reset this. Okay, so let me reset first. All right, so the Universal Crafter is specifically designed to craft up items. And what items? Well, if you want a bunch of sticks, you can get a bunch of sticks. You want a bunch of beds, you could get a bunch of beds. You want torches, you got torches. Oh, man. Well, have fun. If you want lanterns, you can craft up lanterns from their base material. That's the thing. This works from base material. So, like, for example, you want to craft up one of the hardest stackable is the dispenser. To craft up a dispenser, you need, and where's my, and then you need this. That will get you a dispenser. But the problem is, yeah, it will make an entire box. 1,728 items. Now the problem is to craft. Like I said, the problem is most crafters have trouble crafting up bows, and if they do, it takes a while. It takes a lot longer. This will take that bow recipe. Oh, wrong thing. It will take that bow recipe, craft it, temporarily store it, and then put it in there. you want to craft up the bow from logs? This could do it too. You want to craft up a hopper minecart? This could do it too. The point is, this thing is designed to be able to take and process a large amount of items, a shulker box of items, of crafting material into a solid craft. So we are not worried about this is literally a late game builder. Don't ask me why I'm building it. I found it interesting, therefore I have to try. And it's been bugging me. I just have to make sure that the first one, it cuts off fairly fast. This should be the last minecart. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty fast right there. Okay. Based off of cubic meters, universal crafter. Because how many nut jobs would take a Java build and say, you know what? That sounds like fun. Let's make it work on Bedrock. Yeah, that's me. I'm the crazy guy. No, but yeah, I find this type of stuff far more interesting than just not just being able to set up a basic crafter, which is what most people want. This is more of a, I'm going to show you guys you can actually do the insane stuff too. If you really want to make something like that, you can. That's the whole point. I want people to recognize that there is, because I will say this, the Bedrock Redstone community is semi-stuck in the same area it has been. There is no, the big guys that everybody likes to take their builds from and copy and use. I can go basic character was easy. I made one. It can do dispensers, but it's at a, yeah. This is even faster than that. But yeah. But oh yeah, I'm gonna have to show one cool little thing I found out because of this. But not to rail on some of these other content creators, because yes, it's not easy developing. Tutorial win. At the moment, we're looking at February 31st. If I make a tutorial, it will be before February 31st. But this requires so much things that I personally don't know why I'm doing it. I just want to do it. There's no other reason. Okay, so we got that set up. But yeah, so yeah, but a lot of them don't understand how to. A lot of these Bedrock Redstone YouTubers, some of them really don't. Well, February 31st was is a very special day to me, because when that day happens, I'm just gonna. That's also the day that I'm gonna die too. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so yeah, I have no problem with other YouTubers. It's just some of them are all about trying to have a setup for the basics, keeping everything low key. You need people that will recognize someone that can do and understand the the oddball things that some people want. And yes, I'm one of those oddball people that want things. So I can do what I want. I will do everything because the Crazy Advances way is the best and funny. Oh, yeah. If you can figure out how to make something work, it's great. Now, like I said, I have no problem with other Redstone YouTubers. I think some of the stuff that they do is absolutely amazing. Their content is what they decided it to be, and there's no problem with that. But what drives me nuts is that some of the community itself is like, oh no, this person's the best one for that. There's people that do things a little better. I like to focus on simplicity, survival friendliness. Yeah, I like to try that, but I'm one of those nut jobs that can't seem to make it where it's actually properly survival friendly, because look at this thing. And yes, I do plan on building it in survival. But that's because on my server, I can actually set up where it will work right. And I can actually control so much more factors involved. Oh, okay. I've got to... Okay, I just thought of another problem. Even though they nerf villagers, I'm still building your trading hall for the heck of it. I actually haven't... Oh, yeah, the trading hall is absolutely one of those... Even if they nerfed it, I treated it as if it was already nerfed before they nerfed them. So, if that tells you anything, because I try to build things with the future-proof in mind. I don't try to use bugs, exploits too often in my builds, because the chances of them becoming nerfed, taken out, is great. So reduce the chances of using any type of those bugs, reduces the chances of the video actually becoming useless. So these people that are like, oh yeah, you got to use it. Yeah, future proof. I don't future proof my stuff. I try to. And because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when they're going to decide to, oh yeah. Yeah, this feature, it's no longer viable. So okay. Like the instant lava trick I've buddy of mine, Darth Dub, showed me that, and it's interesting. The only bug I actually is the Ticking Gold Farm and Trident Killers. Yeah, and the thing is, whenever a Trident Killer, whenever they decide to get rid of Trident Killers, then what is everybody going to do? Everybody is going to be looking for another way. Everybody's going to be doing everything, trying to figure out how to fix certain things. And here I am, a guy that, don't get me wrong, Trident Killers are a good thing to use. I personally don't like them because of my personal viewpoint. Trident Killers are marked that. So that just means if they might decide at some point to get rid of it. but the odds are slim to none. That's how I see any time that marked as intended. So we're gonna keep it because it works. But if they fix certain things, then they're going to make sure that there's some parts are just going to go away. And yeah, so avoid things that can be use them, but I'm just going to do what I normally do, which doesn't involve using trident killers. But yeah, that's one thing. But any major bugs that is unintended or things like that, I will never make a video on it because I don't like to. Yeah, so all right. So we've got so the first problem so right now our first problem is we have to get all of these. Oh, this needs to go up one. Gotta get this built. Okay. Actually, go right over this area. Makes it psychologically easier for me. Okay, so what's going to happen here is the issue I just you may find it funny. I'm doing a sorter after failing to do your categorizer. I literally just do. Also, if trident killer is nerve, use LA powder snow infested. Hey, yeah, I prefer actually using something a little more useful, especially since we have crafters, because you could shear the a snow golem and get the pumpkin back, and you can automatically place them. I do have a farm for slimes that don't use the using the infested potion. It just uses the slime, and it will always produce a ton of slime, surely based on how many snow golems you put in. Okay, so we go. So the issue I just realized we're having, I'm gonna have, is for things like I'm gonna craft up a dispenser. Well, it's more of a because the way that this works is every time. Let me just get these in, and it's easier to show. So we have all these blocks here. And I need a container. Okay. So, no, you go down here. I'm totally not saying it's the best. Thanks for the video. Wanted to say how. Oh, yeah, not a problem. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, so what happens is if let's say this one gets powered from items that get crafted up. So this sorter here says, okay, we need to have filter items falling in here. Every other one here is going to fill up with those filter items. So this one is going to turn off this activator rail. So let's so it's going to turn off this activator rail, and this one is going to power, and these ones right here are just going to launch minecarts. Well, what happens when all the items here are now picked up? Because they all will end up right here to get picked up. When they all get picked up, what's going to happen? They're going to send more minecarts. So I have to figure out another way. I could probably use a 27 counter off of the first one, which then will switch. I should switch this to yeah. This is the problem that this is going to be causing. One problem causes another, which causes another, which causes another, but we're going to figure it out. Okay, so all right, so the multi-crafting is not an option at the moment. I will have to figure that one out in a little bit later, because it's not a viable option. Okay, I got all those. So, but I am gonna have that in. Throw these here. And yeah, this is the issue I'm trying to figure out. But one step at a time. Figure one issue out. And I think I have that issue figured out. So I'm going to craft up some pistons. Okay. I'm just going to have these right here, because then I could actually just place the piston and break it. Okay, so we've got a couple of problems that we'll have to fix. Okay, so where's my torch? Break the torch. Boom. Okay. All right. Nope. Wrong direction, dude. But yeah, so yeah. One step at a time. Okay, so if I just break you, place you. Okay, now those are all now. And now let's get some dust. Dust there. Dust there. Dust there. Okay. So we've got some issues that we'll have to take a look at later because we can't solve them just yet. Because we haven't solved the first problem. And that's probably my biggest issue is I put in so many problems. I try to solve all the problems at once versus waiting to solve them. Okay, so we've got this. These are all set. All right. Let's get this set up and then set the structure blocks because I'm not going to. It'll be so much easier just to process these without having to worry about losing minecarts. Because if we lose minecarts, it's going to cause problems. I have to find them. I have to count them. I have to check them. And I don't feel like doing that. Okay, so we've got all of these. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, now we go down 1, down 2. Okay, so now almost done. Okay. Oh. Always lawn work going on somewhere. Especially when you live in a nice little temperate area. So I can hear a leaf blower going. And no, they're not blowing leaves. Okay. So we've got ourselves this. I need to connect the crafter up so we can see how much we are going to see and get rid of those and destroy those minecarts on sight, so to speak. Minecart stacking would be so much easier if it was valuable. Well, actually, stacking is easy because I do that in this, but the issue is the unstacking of the minecarts. So if we had a way that we could unstack the minecarts, even if it's the exact same way as they have in Java, where you could actually use just a curved rail and a detector rail, yeah. Okay, let's put solid blocks here because then I'm going to activate them by placing torches. Okay, so these will all get one. Nope. Okay, so we've got... Oh. can't remember how many ticks I had that set at. I could leave it at 1. I have it at 2. Okay. Okay, so oh, yeah, while I'm at it, I might as well just make sure that there is nothing in the system. Now, I know what some people are thinking, like, okay, so solid block next to the dropper is going to activate that the dispenser. Yes, it will. But it's not going to have anything in it, so it's a block. That's all it is. Okay, so hoppers. Okay, so that's ready to go. Let's take that out. Throw the torch back. And make some adjustments. Okay. So you're there. We'll move you. I'm going to temporarily keep you locked. Break you. Okay, so now that's set. And every time it okay, oh no. Okay, so you go here. There we go. Okay, so and we've got the system cleared. It is empty. Okay. So now we're going to take and craft up some pistons. While these pistons are crafting, do I got the? I'll have to set up the mine carts underneath to. Okay. And we need this. Always grab one more than what we need, so we go like this. Clear the inventory. Okay. There we go. Here, here, here. Place you here. Place you here. And here. And then craft these down. A lot faster than just and then now we go our dust, which I'm doing the exact same way. And I could actually just do that. Okay, so now we got all of this set up, ready to go. So let's advanced pick block all of these to throw them in here. Okay, so now all of these are set up, ready to go. We have a piston recipe. Let's hit this. Hopefully this solves that. Oh, I forgot to solve my, I need to make sure that this doesn't. I'm not worried about the minecart, so I can just boom, boom. If I wanted to, I'd just drop them straight down, but okay, up. Okay, that will destroy all the minecarts that come in. Okay, so what's missing? Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot a piece of dust. Oh, okay. Time to stop. All right, all right, all right. Let's break all of these. Okay, so now that's cleared out. Let's activate this just to get those minecarts out of here. And okay. All right. Okay, so we got rid of all those items. Now, Tammy, now this thing is nice. It will clear out if you ever make a mistake. It will clear it out. So, I am so glad I got that fixed. It can take a while depending on how bad the mistake is. This one, I'd say, is fairly bad because it's going to take a while for it to process. Okay. So what happens is this is what I call a purge system. Pretty much its whole point is to empty out every single minecart, not every single crafter using a minecart. They load up to see if they are emptied, which shows that these ones are. Oh, it's empty. They should have loaded things in there. Yeah, that should have. And that's actually a visual glitch right there. So, yeah. Yeah, see? So those being there, that's a visual glitch. They should all come out and process. But I think it's the bottom and the middle that are. I need to create a little more delay between the two. Oh. So, yeah. You've got our minecart purge, which starts. we go. Come on, get in here. I'm just making sure that it's all working right. Yep, see. It didn't work right, so. Yep, okay. So it should process. Let's oh. All right. And yeah, here comes the item. So now it's going to definitely sync up right. So anything that it's not supposed to have. Oh. Almost 2 stacks. Okay, so yeah. Back to our original thing. So I don't know why that updates to be turned off. I might have to just switch that with a regular rail. Because it's not turned off. Oh. Maybe that'll help. Okay, break you. And now let's put you back. Okay, yeah, that's going to bother me. I know. Because even though it shows that it's not powered, it's supposed to be powered. So we'll just put a regular rail there. Totally fine with that. Okay, so. Alright, so we're done here. Clear. We got that there. Let's make sure that this part works. Oh, yeah. Looks complicated. It's easier to. It's fairly complicated. So, yeah, I would not disagree. I've got so much going on here. It's actually technically 3 different parts. You've got our loading system. No, actually, it's multiple. We got our loading system. We got our dividing system, which sends it to the crafting system. The crafting system has multiple sections, from a purge system, a removal system, and full crafting. It's complicated. So we've got everything coming down into this small little patch. And for the purposes of making sure that all the items are at least picked up on the craft, I'm just going to throw some mine carts. Hopper mine carts in a stack right here. And it's going to craft all roughly at the same time. All right, now we got all that stacked. Now it's all ready to go. Okay, so we've got 4 more slots before it will reset. And then what happens actually is, as you can see, these are all coming in one at a time, but they're all going down the same track. We separate them out up here too, into their own small little sections. Not worried about that now because that's solved. I know how to fix that. I'm not even worried about the minecarts right now. I'm just trying to make sure that when this all gets done crafting, we have that it doesn't launch after the fact. That's what our big issue is, and that we get a full craft. Because when it sends it afterwards, it causes more issues than it solves. Now, I have this in a ticking area, so I know it's all loaded. So that is what it is. But yeah, if we watch all these minecarts, right here, when they come through this top section, it's a thing of beauty how well this part works. Because what happens is, as you can see, they're coming in on a line, and I can't see very far, but all of a sudden, they're all just dropping one by one. And yes, they are all coming in on the same line. And there those guys go. Okay, so. And these are going to be the last one. There's going to be one more. Now, for those observant enough, you could see that I have mud followed by 2 solid blocks. Now, the minimum distance. Oh no! Don't tell me. Did they? Did they launch? No, they did not. Oh, yeah. They fall right through that gap. That's very important because I wanted to make sure that they fell through the gap. I think we solved that problem that I was having. And we're letting now it's all loading up. As you can see, we're getting pistons galore. They're all now waiting to launch. Getting and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at them fall. And now. Oh, man. I forgot to clear this out. Well, let's I forgot to clear that out. No. This is a failed test. Oh, man. That looks so good too. That looked absolutely perfect. You saw how fast that craft was. Actually, I probably could speed that craft up a bit by Let's switch these to 1. I'm not going to switch. I'm only going to be slowly doing it. So we're just going to do buttons. We're going to let this load up. Okay, while that's loading up, we'll just power this. I just want to make sure that these get loaded up full. And I probably could actually increase this to 2. And then alright. And done. Let's angle this so that I can keep an eye. Boom. Okay, so I could get away with one more tick down. Oh boy. Oh. Actually, let's do 3 ticks there, 2 ticks there, 3 ticks there. That will at least somewhat slow down. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh. Yeah, we're still loading up. After this, I'm gonna have to destroy this to get rid of all those pistons. Because I don't feel like destroying the mine carts. Okay. Yeah, this will be because got a lot of those pistons done. So, yeah. Whew. All right, so yeah, this thing runs. Oh man, it's a little faster than Hopper speed. Barely, but with the sheer amount of items, some high level spell you casting on. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm doing a lot of abracadabra, hocus pocus, Walla Walla Washington. In fact, Walla Walla Washington is the most powerful spell out there. You can ask Donald. You can ask Bugs Bunny about that. Oh, okay. So, a couple more, and then yeah, I started this a lot later than. Okay. Okay, I think that was correct. I think I had originally 27 left from the last test I did. Okay, so loading that up. We're going to let this one process. Because we're just going after we're going after a box of buttons. And this bottom one is now crafting. Look at all those gorgeous spruce buttons. Boom. Now this is a nice little setup. It'll send them all in at the same time. And then when I actually build, because I'm going to have to build a storage system, a box loader. I already have a basic concept of it. I just have to get that set up, processing, and cleared. Turns it on, activate, and now we get buttons. Oh. So, okay, these are now wrapping up their craft. This one is now wrapping up its craft. Oh, so glad that works. That works. Okay. Okay, so while this is loading up, I'm just going to keep it here. I'm going to go move around for a bit because my legs are getting a little bit antsy and I'm getting nervous. I'm going to keep an eye out on what's going on via my phone so that I'm moving around and I'm still able to do things. So I will be right back. Okay, guys, it looks like we got some faulty things. Okay, so that's a stack that was not processed. So let's force them to unload craft up again, just in case. Okay, so gonna hit these craft once again. Oh, that's so. Oh. But what's confusing me is these pistons. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Huh. This is. When you start getting into more complex redstone, this is really what you get. It gets so. And I have no idea which one. Unless it didn't send. Yeah, it sent it out. Okay, that's done. I should be done crafting. So, big thing is where these 11 pistons go, because now we're missing a stack plus one. And I know these boxes are full. So let's find out where they're coming, or if. Because it must mean that there's not a crafting item. The items are not crafting in there. Okay. Ah. So now we're doing the purge. Now we're purging the system of all items. Here. Okay, so yeah, this bottom one didn't run right, so. As you see, clears it out. Oh, okay. That's okay. I gotta change. I gotta add more time to this. Let's do a full stack instead. Okay. That's probably what caused it to have some issues, is because it didn't add that full stack it needed. Oh. So now it's resetting that timer. And it is pulling every single item out. And I had this working nice. Yep, okay. So, let's explain how this purge system works. So, what happens is we have a timer for locking the hoppers, and that time is supposed to be less than the time that it takes to launch the next minecart. That minecart comes in, picks up 3 items, and each one of these items is unique. They're actually renamed. And then all of these get filled up. In the standard system, this one's not powered, so it will pull an item from there, allowing 1 in each slot so that it can only pick up the locker items. And then we destroy them all at once, and they come and go here. Yep. This top one ran good, so... Aha! So, the purge didn't work initially, so... that explains a lot more issues. Okay. Yeah, so... as soon as this is done processing, and I don't... all I have to do is push a button. All I have to do is push a button, and it will... it's supposed to empty out the entire system. And that system will always reset as it empties out. At least it's supposed to. Which then explains why we're missing piston, why we got pistons in that last craft. But the whole point was just to make sure that we didn't... well, we'll have to wait for this to finish its cycle. But we can set up for the next temp. So we'll do just trapdoors. Not trapdoors, we will just do some pressure plates. Because I will always try to use simple recipes. Yeah, and it will only pull a stack out. So, unless you are running things like shulker boxes, then it's going to do it. Yeah, so. Here comes the redstone dust, which means there's only one thing left. And that is the... that is some... redstone... cobblestone. I thought I had the purge done properly. Oh well. It happens. See? That's how the minecarts get set up. For reset. Because of a nice little trick. It works with. I can probably just... oh, that has... that's supposed to speed it up. No, I'm only using that one. Yeah, so okay. Yep. Yeah. Which means these got moved in after the fact. So alright. 18, that means running close to finishing it off. Every time it goes through and an item is there. I think it was this one. Nope. And it looks like, yep. Knowing which one it is unimportant, except for if you want to do what I'm trying to do now. Clear pass. Anyone else getting? Oh, I always get scammer calls like crazy. If I don't have you saved in my phone, you're not getting an answer. So is it now? Oh. So it's not done. All right. So, what are we going? Come on, which one is it? And of course, after you say it, I end up getting a potentially scammer. Okay, so it's this line right here that has the issues. Let's head all the way to the very end. Yep. Oh. Ah, I see what happened there. Last time I was trying to clear it out the same way, I accidentally clicked it. So, okay, that should fix that. So, okay, there we go. There we go. Come on. Don't drop anything in the. Don't drop anything. Oh, okay. It might have to go one more time. Because I didn't check that whole entire line. But 19, yeah, okay. I might actually just have to go through, click, and make sure that all of these are not missing any items, aren't missing any open spaces. Same. Usually I ignore them, but today is intense. I keep thinking they're trying to record my voice or confirm it's my. Oh, yeah. All I have to say is people that it's a Mega Crafter. It's designed to craft up whatever you want without having to with only and it's not when I okay, now that I got that out of my system and I can actually probably speak right, this is a Mega Crafter. or as its original name was, a universal crafter. It has the capability of crafting if you put in a box of base ingredients. If you want to craft up, let's say, a hopper minecart. If we go through the process of crafting a hopper minecart, base ingredients, 2 boxes of logs will get you enough planks to craft up a chest. Then you have to take those chests and combine that with 5 boxes of iron ingots and put that chest in there. Then you have to take those 5 to get the hopper. Then you have to craft up. Oh, why are you not working for Raytheon? Because I'm not. I don't have a degree. If I had a degree, I would work for Raytheon for it. There is one right by. I've been to the Raytheon plant by where I live. So I've been there. I've been on the Air Force base by where I live. I'm ex-military. I have knowledge, and I use some of that knowledge to work with other things. I'm actually I'm a electrician. Certified I am a certified electrician in the Navy. Of course, that was 20 years ago, so the certification is pretty much non-existent anymore. But I've utilized my electrical knowledge to improve my redstone, to actually improve redstone, because I understand what it is. I look at things in that light. So okay, come on. Finish processing things out, people. All right, come on. All right, let's see here. What do we got going on in here? Still more crafting up. This is the part that can take the longest. You mess things up, it will just not. So we are down over here. Okay, so that one's clean. Alright. Oh. Well, yeah, but some of them wouldn't understand. It's Redstone Engineering, has its own things because you have far more limitations. And because of those limitations, most of them won't get. A lot of them won't get it. Okay. I wasn't supposed to pull you out because you stay there. Okay. Are we done yet? Because I don't want to change anything. I shouldn't have to cut in here and look at all. All right. Let's make sure. Okay, so the purge is now should be complete. That dust was the last thing. Yep, that was the last thing. Okay, so after this round, this round is just here to do a little bit of cleanup. Okay, so let these guys go. All right. So, oh man. Okay, so now it's ready to, let's hit the next tab. Let's do pressure plates because the system didn't clear right the first time, so we have to clear it, which we just did. Now we need to, I'm just going to do a stopwatch roughly. Yeah, see how long it takes to actually run the circuit and see if I could adjust some things to speed it up. Yeah, but we're running pressure plates. I'm probably going to set up all of these to run their own setup for the pulling out of the blocker items. Oh yeah, I got it. I gotta fix it. That's got a speed. It's got a speed. It has only 2 settings: go and stop. The go is literally just as fast as it can get, which is right now, as far as I can tell, this is the fastest it's going to get. And that is because of the major issue with the crafters here. Well, not the crafters, the minecarts. So, the minecarts are the throttle point. The next throttle point is the resetting of the crafters when resetting of the items, but that's an easy throttle point that I've already got solved, put in, and actually implemented, just not running currently, because I'm gonna have to figure out that. And it looks like a giant engine. Oh yeah, there's so many different moving parts in here, and each part had to be taken into account on its own. So that it doesn't mess anything up. Oh. Well, most people actually, it's more like a main distribution center for a lot of big store chains. Like big warehouse chains like Walmart, Target, and for a while, no longer anymore, but Kmart, Sears, Dillard's, any major big classified warehouse store, big chain stores that have a lot of items. Yeah. The distribution of this is absolutely insane. Keep it. Most of the time, if you're trying to set things up, you won't be worried about the minecarts going back into the same slots. Well, I don't want to waste anything. There's no wasting. So, we're not wasting a single item. Okay, so now these ones are going to start crafting. Takes a bit. Resets all the lines. And sends those. Holds, launches, starts crafting. It's going to start crafting. Okay, so. Alright, here we go. All of them are loading up. I supposed to have that emptied, but that wouldn't. I think the Chinese have this in real life, but instead of my car. Oh, yeah, well, we have this in real life, and trust me, not all of it's child labor. Because if you order something online for thing like go to Walmart and do an online order and you go pick it up, people are running around the store grabbing your stuff. They're the ones grabbing it from the store, unless it's a online only order where everything that they have is only online. Okay, now we gotta let this load up. Oh. But, so, okay. After we get this done, we'll have to, after this is done, I have to think on how I am going to reset after 27 times. No, it'll be the first time has to be a free one. I could use this where when this is activated and have it 9 times, and after the 9th time resets these, which then will turn off as soon as I get it built, powering this comparator. And yes, I know I don't have any collection for those. That's not the point right now. It's me trying to slowly add in every little part needed. This thing is... Okay, so we already got one row done. Oh, one crafter section complete. And yes, this thing is going to be... the crafting is actually going to be a lot faster than that. I forgot to turn off my timer. Okay. And it crafts all at the same speed, so... As soon as I get, as soon as I figure out how to do the reset, then it will really help out a lot. And the reset for the next set of crafting items. I could probably just kill those minecarts and collect them. Okay, you know what? Let's just play it safe. Let's make sure that we're not dealing with the system locking up on us. Okay, so we've got almost. All right, let's see here. What else? Come on. I'm just hoping that these minecarts come back empty. Do you ever fear that? Oh, this? No, no. Because there is, if it ever becomes self-aware, then it's a bug, and I can fix it. The one thing I am worried about becoming self-aware is the binary sorter. Because that thing actually has a brain in it. This has just processes. Oh, no. What? Oh. That's a good problem to have. So we got one pressure plate, 2 pressure plates. So that's a timing thing. The minecart, yeah, either that or they're supposed to be pulled. I might actually have to eliminate those and put. I think I know why I had those there. Okay, so we're only missing 2. And I think it's because they got stuck in the system. We're not getting any extra items, so yeah. I think this was just a slight, not timing issue, a locking issue. Yeah, that's, oh, okay. So we've got this, and we don't, let's see here. What can I, do I have a spot I can actually, yes, I do. Okay. So, what are we doing? I think I'm gonna have to switch these out with something else that will not, because I'm trying to keep them falling straight down. That was the whole point. But unless it was a water flow issue, which means it would have been caught up over here. Yeah, 2 of them did. Which tells me my design right here might have something to do with it, because I was trying to prevent items from keeping it on a certain level and not having to fight going through this crafter. Which means I might have to force him to go through the crafter. Okay. I'll have to go down and make sure nothing there is broken. Okay. Let's see here. The water. Yep. All right. Oh. Please use key. See what that's saying. Got an error message. Please use keyframe for current. All right. So. All right. Well, we'll solve that. Okay. So. Eliminating. Oh no, you have to be there. There we go. Yeah. 4 seconds or less keyframes are not being. But give me. Let's see here. Open enough. For the current keyframes. Note. Gestures can cause. Oh. Okay. So it's a. It's a streaming thing. Okay. Open up here. There we go. All right. So let's hopefully it will fix itself. Okay. Why did I do that again? Okay. So we'll have to swap out all of these with is this modded or anything? This is straight vanilla Bedrock. The only thing that you could technically say is that doesn't make it vanilla is one, my texture pack. That's it. My texture pack, and this ain't survival friendly at the current moment because I'm using structure blocks. But I'm in a creative world testing, so it is vanilla. If you, yeah, so that is probably one of the bigger aspects that people don't realize that, yeah, you could do absolutely insane stuff in vanilla. All right, and boom, 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 boom. Certain things cannot be removed. I got to keep away from that spot there. I think having because I had it set for a couple of ways. I know, but I still said the closest thing would be because of my texture pack. Because what my texture pack does is actually, one, it allows me to see from the top which direction it is pointing. Same thing with observers, dispensers, droppers, and the biggest thing, I can actually see a sticky piston if I can't happen to see it. My kid shows me crazy stuff, not to this scale, but he's always asking, can you make an AT-AT? Oh, now are we talking about walking AT-AT? Or are we talking about just the build? Because a walking AT-AT, that requires Slimestone. And I'm sad. It's sad to say that, yeah, I do know Slimestone. I know quite a bit. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's. Okay. So random tangent. Yes, I like random tangents. Okay. Okay. Or at least that's up. Oh, no. Oh, well, here's the thing. Now, quick breakdown of Slimestone. Oh, what? Okay, my mouse started acting weird. Okay, quick breakdown of Slimestone. Okay, something's weird going on with my mouse. Okay, so Slimestone consists of primarily 4 blocks. Okay, that's it. These are the primary 4 blocks. Yes, observers and honey blocks get added in, but not necessarily need these. There's sticky blocks that don't stick to the other stick. Yeah, this honey, same thing as slime, so we can eliminate this. This is the only time you would use an observer is, well, if you want it to, if something moves, you want it to stick. If you want it to activate. Now, when placing things down, you want a gap with regular pistons. So I could do this, and if I take and place a sticky piston here, and I'm just going to throw that. And this is actually where observers really do come in handy. And slime blocks get that get tucked into. Now, because of this, you get a flying machine. And it will always try to fly. It'll always be moving forward. You don't want two-way flying machines, you just want one-way. Now, because like I said, you want the gap normally like this. You want this to be there. But when you're doing a tight flying machine like this, that's fine. So now, if we come back over here, now we're going to do what's called a, now I'm just going to do this because I find it cool. Now, if I activate this once, boom, it's going to push it once. Now, let's see here, how does this thing actually work right? Oh, now I remember. Oh. And now, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And now when I activate this one, it's going to push this set 3 blocks forward. 1, 2, 3 blocks forward. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to put my phone on the silent. Yeah, yep, there we go. But yeah, all it is when it comes to making a walking robot, all it is about process. You have to look at the process of how you're making it, how it works. So push forward 2 times, and this thing then the front part of the foot lifts up. You need to bottle and sell that 3 block forward. Actually, I can't because I picked that up from Java. It was originally made by Cubic Hamster let's see here, Cube Hamster. It was made by Cube Hamster, so that's all his. And then it was also perfected by Pingu. So, yeah, okay. So now we've got that looks okay. So that's actually good. Do I have? I can actually set that to be there. That's not going to affect anything, and I just need a counter. For when. Okay. So let me get this next part in this part of the system built, because then we'll see the issues that the next set of issues that I have noticed. Okay, so right here, right here. Okay. So let me reset the line. Okay, a line has now been reset. So we'll place a solid block here. And to maximize the amount of space, we'll place that right there with the dust on top, because then that just maximizes the amount of space I have available to use. And now this one just goes like that. Okay. The nice thing is, due to how I've been setting this up, it doesn't interfere with any other part of the redstone. You're the guy in Tron that fixes all those cyberpunks. Well, actually, that's fairly decent assessment of what I do, but yeah. Okay, so if I run a slime block. Okay, let's get the slime redstone block. Okay, so if I place a slime block here, when that raises, that's not going to do anything. So double check. And then, well, yep. Okay, so we have this here. If we run another sticky piston with a, do I really want to put a container there? Actually, oh, I want that there. Okay, so with a container, And let's grab my put that there. So when this one activates, it turns on all of them so that the doors so that it can go through. So with the reset, it pulls them all down. So now we're into another issue I didn't think about until I started working on this today. And the issue is actually fairly simple, but complex at the same time. Alright, the issue is that with the okay, right there. Yeah, with how this system works, it literally involves just the counting of the minecarts from the other side, from the from in here. So, a couple of options. One, I can do either 28 times and then locks it because the first one's free. Or I can count 27 minecart, count 26 minecarts and locks it because the first one isn't free. I'm thinking doing the 28 count because this one has to be higher, so that's why I got 30. I could put 29, which will fix it, but I would have to reset after 28 times, which isn't going to be bad, which ain't that bad, so I could do that. Because all it is this circuit here. When this activates, it powers that, and then we just make sure that when we activate it, it powers this here too first. So yeah, that's my current issue, is figuring that part out. Because I could just throw a hopper here, hopper right there. Yes, I know that. Imagine building this sucker in survival. No way it. Oh, you don't think it could be done? Well, I have news for you. As soon as I get this thing done, I'm going to actually take a break from being creative and just play in survival. Because, yeah, I neglected my server. I've neglected it. I need to get back to my server. We need to build a binary sorter in there. And yeah, if I don't, when I'm designing, my designs are specifically set so that they can have control. There is nothing nothing in this build is impossible, because you're gonna build something in survival and show that off. Well, actually, well, let's see here. Let's take a look at my server. Let's see here. All right. All right, my server. Now, this is a tech server. This server is designed strictly to build insane things. And that's it. We like to build. We like to build complex redstone. A lot of the designs aren't mine. I personally don't care. I think that, yes, you should be able to. Like this thing right here. This ain't my design, but it works. So it's fine. But, yeah. Let's head back down into the Nether. Alright. I wonder how much, if Mua's done anything with that. If not, I'm gonna have to start getting into more. Alright. So, and like I said, it's more of a, this is a tech server, so we will be, that gas freaked me out. Okay, yeah. So, at the current moment, we've got a fair number of builds. Nothing major. But here's where the big thing is. This is where, at the current moment, this is the big project we have. And none of this says, and we are literally, this is all legitimate. Okay, so we've got, first off, a nice big hole. Dude, yeah. Oh. And yes, we're going to clear out those blocks. Oh, please, 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 please. We got ourselves. Ha 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 ha. Okay, yeah, Muha has been busy, which means I am gonna have to get busy because he's the one that's been clearing out this. He's been doing this, so. So we're going to clear out an entire 500 by 500 area first. After we clear out that 500 by 500 area, then we're going to take and build a binary sorter in it. And we're going to have shulkers. And yeah, we're literally just going to have this area be so well protected from everything that it's that our storage is the storage. This is going to be the storage area. I think it's getting close to, yep, it'll be about time that I do that. Okay. Oh. That hurt. My face hurts. Okay, yeah, but yeah, we started working on this a while back, a little bit ago. So, Muaz did the majority of the work there. So I'm gonna have to come in and actually do a lot more work. But yeah, so. Well, we needed more gunpowder. So that's what I was doing. I was AFKing, and then after I got kicked off, after my server reset, boom. So I'm going to go back to my personal staging area. after I get some food. Because my personal staging area, I do have some small little redstone builds. A few small ones. And yeah, we're gonna have a nice piston bolt network here. Because we need to go places, so why not? Okay, I've got my sand for when I'm ready to make more sand. Okay, I'll make more sand there later. Okay, so yeah, quick. And this is usually where I spend a lot of my time. And always. So, like I said, I got a few redstone builds. I got a simple bamboo farm, manual netherwort farm, sugarcane farm, spruce farm, melons, pumpkins, cobblestone, manual, lava manual, cactus, categorizer, the recat, fully automatic, chest crafter, clay, mud, bamboo, and of course we gotta have our iron farm. Yep. So I literally just work on a bunch of just different projects just to make them work. So yeah, it's gonna happen. So I'll stay over here. Okay, now back. Okay. Now let's back to the crafter. And I'm probably gonna have to move around a bit soon. My legs are getting tight and tightened. But I don't like having the dropper there. Dropper. There. There, that's better. Okay, so. Yeah, so if we do 28 times, and then when that, which then we'll do a full line reset here. So that right there would be probably the best way of doing it, because you could pull it off of either this one or this one. So let's clear. There. Okay. Rubber. Dust. Torch. Solid block. Glass block. Copper. Nice thing is, like I said, we could just pull it off of that. Now, if I place a solid block here, dust here, actually, dust here, and a solid block, comparator, torch, dust, split, and then comparator, pop you off, Okay, because I can't. So I place you there. I could put a repeater here, and then actually, go like this. Which then will allow me to do the reset without okay. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Let's rotate it. So, yeah, we're using a very interesting setup. Torch there, torch there. If I go here, okay. Set you there. That will only after the ~28th time. Oh, so oh, thank you, Deku. I do appreciate that. Okay, so now if I throw a repeater, specifically this repeater, now I just have to figure out how to turn this torch off, which is not going to be that hard because I could just throw a torch there, and then throw a torch here. And that just has to power once. That just has to power when afterwards. Gotta get some. Oh, yeah. Sorry about if I'm if I was moving way too fast. Just sometimes my brain just kicks in. It doesn't like me doing anything that. So let's see here. We need to just power this. I can actually just take. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the same. I wish I knew your language so I could communicate with you. Well, my language is a hodgepodge of whatever I'm speaking. Other than English. Okay, so that's a reset there. All right. I might actually have to. Yeah, let's move this over to this side. Okay. So now this thing is going to be stuck there. I can throw a solid block there. And we go with dust, 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 no dust. Repeater. And dust. I think that will set me up so that I can do both. Which then also will... Okay. All right. So we are going to do a very simple test. I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to make buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So, yeah. Now, all I have to do is activate that and activate that. Oh, I hope if I have that. Forgot a block. But yeah, that works, okay. Alright, so now comes by, picks up a stack of logs, planks. I'm gonna have to manually send 2 carts. Okay, so yeah, now we're caught up. There we go. So, oh boy, this is intense. So, I made sure we caught up. I think I'm going to, before the system, when the first system fires off, I think I'm going to have to set up a setup for, it's going to be a 2-part. So when the system finishes and when the system fires, starts. I think that's how it's going to have to go. I'm just hoping, because I know I'm picking up a stack at a time. because that's the nice thing about Hopper minecarts. They will pick up a full stack at a time. All right, so all right, so we've got. I'm just hoping that this does work the way I want it to. Oh, please work, because if this works, that solves another issue, which then actually puts me in such an advantageous position for this that I could pretty much make a showcase video on exactly how this thing works. At least the crafter part. But that's only part of the system, because we also need to have the them where we're able to have. Oh, don't tell me it's been over 5 minutes. Oh man, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set it up where every so often it'll send it up. Every pulse I could send a minecart, pick up a couple of stacks. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're going to set up where we'll be able to just pass off a couple of stacks off onto that, so that every time it counts, it sends a couple of minecarts out to collect. So that's the next issue. Is that okay? Perfect. Boom. I want to make sure that it fires from there. Yep. And you for dust. All right, so next step would be placing. I need a few minecarts. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just hoping my timing is right. I might actually have to change some parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to use 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so yeah, this is yeah. Yep, that's about right. And yep. Okay, so the items despawned before they could get sent out. So I will have to. I think having the 9 there is actually worth it. But actually, I might just do a single one instead of This is extremely complex. If I do a single minecart there every single time, right there, and let's just make sure that they can only go up to a certain point. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. Just make sure that this does. Oh, okay. Now I remember why I didn't do that. Okay, so if I throw 1 here. Boom. How the hell did that get? Was it because it was in the air? Okay, now minecart. Boom. It removed 2. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna matter. I'll just reset that. Get that back in order. Okay. So now we can't have these minecarts sitting here for that reason now. So we're gonna have to yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it this way. Set that there. Put you there. Break that. Set that out over there. Add you here. Place you there. There. Boom. And stairs. Some people do not understand the power of a waterlogged stair. Because if I do it this way, I wonder how fast I can actually get it. So I'm going to just do 1 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we activate this one and push the button. Okay, hopefully might just have to reduce the amount of my cards. Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, it's working out the way it's supposed to. I'm just hoping that I don't get any issues later on at the end. Because they're not sitting there long enough. Okay, so I think I might have to do a similar thing that I did for the uh, slicer, where I'm going through the slices. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it that way because it's not taking a little bit longer. And if more than one happens, then yeah. Okay. So that answers that question. So now I'm going to have to think of how to fix that. Because that is the big one. So, and yeah, it's not. I'm just going to let this run. It picks it up. There's nothing there for it to go. So, when it's in this mode, this one, it's picking up the second set. And then when it is in this one, it's picking up this top set. And when it's in the top set, it's picking up the bottom set. I think that's probably the best way to organize this. Because then it's not constantly firing firing them, and they're able to load up and process. So, and that's all I'm trying to figure out is how can I reduce issues. And I don't even know if these even getting, yeah, they're just emptied. It's going to keep going until I have to set up for when I hit a purge so that they could activate and clear out the system without having to worry about it. But that's a completely separate beast. Or maybe if I actually I don't need to. I could have this set for a timer. But if I, instead of trying to it comes by here, I'm just gonna don't care. Okay. So instead of it just constantly doing this, which is more detrimental than actually helps, we take and solid block, detector rail, actually let's pull it this way. then after that, we can. First one will process every time that it. After all the minecarts have passed through there, we go with. I need to go down. So, if I place you there, solid block, you, solid block, powers it there, boom, drops it. Then, oh man, how am I going to set this up? I got a power it there. Okay, then we go here. And how do you do? Oh, a lot of it is because I've studied at how things worked. I just ended up picking up a lot of just different things. So that's how I got it. There's not really nothing special. It's just I pick up information like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so now we have this there. If I gotta power both of them I gotta power both of them. So I put you there, with you guys around, put you here, and we go block, block. Yeah, this goes this way, this goes this way. We're gonna flip it back around over here. Because we're gonna throw a trapdoor here. 2 blocks there. Grab us some walls. Oh. Okay, now that we got that set up, we need a 4-tick repeater here and a sticky piston with an observer, because now when I turn this off, we get this loaded up, and takes a moment, and boom. Perfect. Yeah, and I pick up on a lot of stuff, and I don't just use Bedrock YouTubers, or I look at other people's builds for Java and Bedrock. I study them to the point where it's where most people are like, why? Okay, so that is nice right there. That is absolutely what we wanted to do. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now all we have to do is just copy this down to each level. And actually, this spot I picked was arbitrary. I didn't care. I just picked a spot. But honestly, it's probably the best spot. It is probably the best spot for what I was doing. Can you show me how it works? Well, yeah, just gotta let me fix up some of my okay, so first thing is right now I don't have a minecart recycler, so we're not worried about that. Why didn't this? Okay, so first off, what happens is you load your box up of whatever items that you're going to craft with into slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then you're going to hit a button. And the loader, that one's set up. It works well. I'm not even going to bother trying to adjust it. Okay. So then you have a Pez dispenser of minecarts here, which all the minecarts look like this. They come in and they get loaded up with a full stack of items from the box. Then, based on the cycle count, and this has a specialized cycle count with it. Make sure, okay. Based on the cycle count, it will either cycle to where there is, it goes to floor 0, floor 1, 2, and 3. And that is the first part. Then all of them do the same thing from here on out. They pass by here. If they have this activator rail turned off, they will pick up any items that happen to land into this spot. Come down here, and then they will go through every line here until they reach a point where the rail is pointing them towards the center, which then will send the minecart into that way, and it will send up to 9 minecarts at a time. Then they go and drop off. Every hopper pulls one item out from there to where they go to here, where they will get refilled, blocking off their first slot. I will have a minecart here with the blockers set, and just before it launches, it's going to break them. And every time the minecart passes by, it's going to collect and go to the next one. And it's going to collect and go, dropping off. Then they're going to come all the way up to the top here, where they'll activate and push those items back into that minecart. And they'll run along here, set up to the front, where they are timed precisely that when the first one gets here, the second one will be right here, actually right here, and drop down onto here. Third one, same thing. They'll drop all the way down until they get back up to the point where they will get loaded into the Pez again and recycle. And when it's done, all the items that get stacked up here, which are non-stackables, will launch and get loaded into the crafters after the cycle blockers get removed. One blocker gets removed, and then it will activate the craft, which then takes all the items, drops them into these little chambers where they get stacked up, sit down at the current moment to this double chest. Which this is temporary. And the whole thing is it's designed so that you can craft up multiple items without having to worry too much about what's going on. You just have to know the crafting recipe. So look at it that way. Okay. Yeah, my body's getting. Oh. All right. So now I'm going to put that together here on these next two levels. I'm going to take out this entire wall here. How am I going to do? Should I set up? I don't need to worry about that. So I'm gonna do what's classified as a purge. I call it a purge, but it just pretty much removes all the items from the store, from here. It removes any items inside the crafters, utilizing the blocker removal system. So it's going to take a bit if there's a lot of items. I don't know. I didn't care. I was trying to just make it work. And there's still a lot more I need to do to get this thing to work right. It's one step at a time. So I'm going to move around for a bit. I need to make a head call. So I'm going to deal with that. So we're going to let the system purge. By the time I'm back, the purge should be done. So I will be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and so whew. I wish this was a lot more entertaining than it actually is, because, but it just shows that how much insanity people deal, like me, deal with. Okay, so stick this in there. Observer there. And trapdoor. Wall, wall, wall. And then put walls down. Case, because that's what I feel like doing. Redstone dust only where we need it, because that is the best way to do things. Solid block. Comparator. Bulb. And a 4-tick repeater, because we want it to turn off that lamp. Okay, so now get this last one done. And then we could test it. We could yeah, part system. You can figure out the proper amount of items we need. I'm thinking, because we don't need an insane amount of items in it, just a good amount for it. So repeater to 4 ticks, trapdoor, observer, wall, wall. And now that's done. Okay. Solid block, copper bulb. Okay, so now let's use, we need to figure out how many we want to put in here, because it's going to fire every time that after it passes, and it doesn't matter if there's anything in there. I just don't want to risk it happening. So if we do 6, I think that will allow us to at least cycle them out and prevent any of it from despawning. And it will always prioritize the older ones first. So there we go. That should okay, I'm gonna throw 9 stacks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, nope, that's just 9. Alright, let's just do it the easier way. 9 stacks. They pass. And boom. Drops. Collects. Breaks. These are going to take a little bit, so I can actually have that there. Well, actually, let's load these from here. Load them here. And reset and okay, so 9 stacks. Open that. Sets them up again. And that will happen every single time. Now, I am thinking I should have the breaking this is set up for when it starts and also when it stops again. Pretty much not instead of cycling it through like it is here, because that's the cycle through system. But if we set it up over here, maybe should I do a cycle through system with this one too? That's always the trick. Trying to figure out what parts need should go through a cycle through system. Because it's starting from the back end. So if I power all of these, this back end is just going to constantly, it's the front one could possibly end up getting lost. So if I do this one and then when it's done resetting, which will be because I have that line card, that shaft, actually put a pressure plate here, and then let's do it where it pulls off of the instead of pulling off of the first one. This first one will activate, and I could actually wonder if I get up in here. Throw a pressure plate here. Will it activate the next cycle? And it doesn't matter if this is loaded up wrong, because I will load them up right. This is just testing. Okay, so now we got that. Then this will sit. I want a nope, can't have a piston there. But I can have a piston here. And so that I don't have to keep an eye on it, we'll just pull that block there. Let it reset. Boom. Did the block get pulled? Yes. Perfect. Okay. So now we just have to take and add that when this one activates, it activates this one. Oh man, how are we going to do that? Oh. I could move. The redstone block there. So that I can have a piston there. Unless I want to have it here. If I have it here, I can go to this point. Put an observer here. Go down to. Because I need to power that, but then this one will be here with the solid block. Oh, with the solid block here, and that right there. Pull this way. Put a solid block here, solid block here. And we go dust, dust. Vortic repeater. Dust, dust, dust. And that one doesn't need to be there. But I want to try to keep it as uniform as possible because then if there is an issue, I can fix the issue easy. So we are running. I can actually set this one back here. Because I like it there better. So if we run all of this down here, all the way down to the first one. So, oh no, that's, no, if I have 5, it's not going to work. Man, okay, I have to think on this because if I actually instead yeah, 3 there, okay. Instead of yeah, this is the hard part because trying to make sure that all the solutions are there. Let's get out. Okay, so coming from so instead of if I power this right here, if I create a I put an observer right here, which then I put a block there. Oops. That's a good idea of that. And place temporarily place that there. So observer. And we go with a solid block here and a sticky piston. No. That won't work. But I can place a copper bulb and another observer pointing down over, which then I will have to figure out how to actually use there. Vortic repeater, solid block, sticky piston, observer, 2 blocks down, puts this in the same positioning, which then this one will power this one, and it will always fire. So that's the biggest part. So, and I don't need to have any extraneous pistons out in the middle of nowhere. So if we pull this all the way over here to the very last one, I could probably shrink it down by 1. Okay, let's set this one up first, because I need 2 so that I can at least take a look and see what I am missing. So we go observer, solid block, copper bulb, observer, Vortic repeater, solid block, sticky piston, observer, solid block. Put a solid block here. And now how am I going to power this? I put a repeater there. there, there. Target block. Instead. So, not powered, not powered, powered, powered. Repeater. Okay. Now let's take a look at, and at least just put the minecarts in. At least that one. And now... Oh. I need 4 ticks there. Not just... Okay. Why? Oh. That explains that. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, so come in. Craft. Okay. So let's make sure that it works the way I want it to. Brakes. Boom. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, man. Oh, now that solves another issue. And that is just in case we start, if it takes longer than 5 minutes to craft, but I don't think it will. I just don't like, I'd rather play it safe. And for those that don't like to play it safe, well, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not going to change anything on here. These all have to be on 4 ticks. And there are 4 ticks on each one of these. So now that we've got this line set up, the only one that I have to manually do would be this one, which I don't need that to be a target block. I can actually just run it all the way from here, as is. And not have an issue. Yep. Okay. So. Oh. Yep. One thing that always one issue will always find another issue, which then you have to figure out how to solve. Oh. And there we go. That should allow me to regulate that. Because the next thing would be to craft up a dropper. But, oh, I need to get all of this built in so that I can. And I don't think that's going to be worth working on. But those problems getting solved are far more beneficial. And we don't have to worry about these because they will always get refilled. I just have to fill up the hopper, the chest, my carts, and then load it up. So yeah, we'll deal with that. Okay, so we got that. Oh, actually, we do need. Yep. Oh, look at that. That's close. That is closer than I personally would like it, but it does what it's supposed to do. So I can't complain. I'd rather have it that close and functional than that close and break. Okay, so each one of these lines are set to process the next order. And that will set that up. Whew. Man. Okay. So, now, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are wondering why I have this system over here with nothing in it. Well, let me explain how it works. At least this part of the system. So we get a minecart here. This minecart has a set number of items for it. And I'm just using that to load it up. And yes, you can reload it through this tunnel, this passage here, but that's going to be redone, make it work better. They all drop down, they all get loaded up into this minecart. Now, when a regular hopper minecart comes through here, and it's set up pretty much the same way as this, except for like this. It's going to pass, first off, all of them pass a activator rail, which then turns them off. So these hoppers are all pulling them through. Then they pass under here, collecting one item, passing over this to turn them on, and then they go around. They stop right up. They stop right. They don't stop, but they pass underneath this block right here. This block actually will have, well, easier. Yeah. Let me grab a redstone block. We'll have all these items sitting right there for when the minecart goes underneath. It'll collect them. But it will have its first slot filled, which then will later be dropped. So, and it will only take up to a full stack, because the other ones are also filled with space fillers from the previous from the run, and that's only if when it's sent off it has all three of these slots there. So then after they get processed in, let me just they get processed in, the minecart will pass over. Oh, I'm missing some protector rails here. pass over this detector rail, which then will put a little pause before they get pushed. Now, these are going to have to be no, they're not going to have to. They're because that's going off of the comparator, the observer, which this one won't have. This side is done, because then those guys all go back up into the minecart, which loads up, and any of them that happen to get picked up from the recirculatory system or the purge system, basically this, because all of these are loaded up into the hopper mine, loaded up into these, and whatever order they are, they'll get picked up. Then after they get broken from the system, they will travel all the way up here, and boom, go and get loaded up back into here, which this spot will be filled because of the order that they pick up things. Boom, done. Automatically, don't have to worry about anything. Now, if you do a purge and these are like this, you will have to manually throw them in here and just start tossing them in. Get your shulker. Well, yeah, there's ways of setting it up, but yeah, it will. You could automatically load things up after the fact. So this will just launch all those minecarts at the very end, and then each time it's going to go after the next one. So now all I have to do is just finish building this part, and that will work. Because I don't have anything connected to it, so we go here, and I just go, and all I have to do is just finish putting things together, and we'll have this one set. And it's all because I don't feel like having the minecarts. If they are empty, they are not going to, they can't stay empty. I don't want items to despawn, and this is taking longer than the system might take longer than it should. So yeah, let's just say it. It's mostly I'm being as creative as we can get. All right, man. This was actually a lot of work, and honestly, talking it out with people, even if there was no responses, but more of questions type things, yeah, it helps me out a lot. I don't like to show off what I'm working on. If I'm having a lot of trouble, I'll do this again, but yeah. But I'm going to continue working on this off stream, off camera. I'm hoping by December, by mid-December, around January, or even as late as mid-January, I have this done. And you guys can see it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, just please leave it in the comments section. If it's a major question you have and you want more details and things like that, doesn't matter what build it is of mine or even other people's builds, if I can understand it, I will address the issue. But with that one, this usually I recommend my Discord. But you guys,